Salam guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you all an update on the progress of my lawn patch repairs. So if you haven't seen my first video, the link is in the description below, and in that video I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how I've tried to repair my lawn. So I'm doing this as a complete novice, and I've basically just chucked some seeds down. I've got basic equipment, no specialist tools whatsoever, and I've just decided to see how this goes. So come with me and let's go check it out. And here we are. So this is how it is looking, guys. Just as a reminder, that whole patch, it was all uncovered previously, so there was no grass there at all. So yeah, this is how it's looking. It's got okay coverage, so that's the good news. It's not looking as lush and green, so I'm just going to go a bit closer so that you can see the reason behind that. So what's happened is, I think one thing that confused me was when to give it its first cut. So I let it grow, and then it did say 7 to 8 centimeters is when you can give it its first cut. However, I read it online in other places and it said leave it for about a month. So I went for the latter just to be on the safe side, and I think this is when I started uncovering some patches and things like that. So yeah, I mean, this is what you can see now that I'm a bit closer, is that there are a few weeds and bits sticking out, which I don't really want there. So the issue I've got now is that I can't use fertilizer on this, not until the lawn is well established. So generally, if you're going to have a look at fertilizer, it's going to say don't use it until at least the lawn is established for about 6 months. So my other option now is, do I give this lawn feed to thicken it up, or do I just pull out the weeds by hand? Because what you can see here is that these weeds, they're not actually deep, basically. They're easy to pull out. So that is another option as well. I mean, it's a bit of a manual job, but it could work, because, yeah, like I said, it's a new lawn and the weeds haven't exactly been growing there for long. So, you know, in terms of pulling them out, it's not going to be difficult. It is going to be a little bit manual, but it could just make a difference. So, yeah, I mean, if I just show you, I mean, look, it's not a deep root. I mean, yeah, granted, I haven't pulled that out the best I could, but yeah, you see my point. It's not exactly that deep. So if I do that, maybe just chip away at it, then I can basically create some room for, you know, a bit of feed and seed to go in as well, and hopefully get this looking a bit greener. I think that might be my faster option, as opposed to waiting 6 months before I can use fertilizer on it. At least it's still something. So that is how this first patch is looking, and now I'm going to show you how the other patch is coming along. Here we are. It's a bit of a messy space, but this is the second patch that I filled in. So this one, it is not as dense, because you can see obviously the patches remaining here are a bit bigger, just along here and around. But yeah, not bad coverage again, I suppose, aside from those. And a few less like weeds. Like, this is more grass than the other section, to be fair. So yeah, still some room for improvement. Yeah, as I mentioned before, it is looking like not as green as it once was. You can see the brown bits here and there. So same sort of thing. I've done the exact same thing with these. You can see in the first video, in terms of start to finish, how I planted the seeds, and then when I gave it the first cut. And yeah, this is the result so far. So that's how it's come along. Yeah, I think I definitely need to give this a bit more feed and seed. So I've got a packet of that, which I'm going to chuck down, and hopefully this will get it looking a bit more fuller and greener. Okay, guys, so this is the other section that I want to show you. I didn't show you this on my last video, because basically it's had a crate sat here. So this was the other section, which was basically entirely bare, like there was no grass in any of this section. So this is what I've planted. So this one, I think, is slightly better because I've got decent coverage here, except for that little patch there. So that needs sorting out. And as for the rest of this area, just needs a fertilizer really, because not really as thick as it could be, and definitely not as green as it could be. But yeah, the number one thing that it needs is obviously to be mowed more regularly. Yeah, to get it healthy and green. But yeah, a bit of fertilizer should help on the way. But yeah, no, if you have a look here, you can see that there's more grass here, less like weeds and stuff coming through. So it's like a little patch here that'll be filled in as well. But yeah, they are. If you kind of come right close to it, I guess just here you can sort of see these bits. And again, pull that out. I mean, the roots aren't that deep. So yeah, a bit of a manual job, but makes a bit of a difference. And yeah, if there's anything else that I could be doing to make it green, then yeah, just drop a comment. Right, so that's the progress that I've made so far, as you can see. So I've got some results, and obviously I'm still learning as I go along. Being a complete novice, like I said, I've got the basic tools. I've got literally a rake, garden fork, and shovel. That's about it, really. Nothing. I literally I haven't got a fancy aerator, scarifier, and all that jazz. I mean, got a lawn leveler. You know, seen loads of videos online where people are saying, let's do this as a beginner, and you realize they've got all of those bits of equipment that I've just mentioned. But if you're looking at, an aerator, that's going to cost you near enough 100 quid. Scarifier, haven't even looked into that. A lawn leveler, they can go between 50 to 100 quid as well. And you're saying, right, you're a beginner, but you've got like hundreds of pounds worth of equipment. I mean, for me personally, I don't find those videos relatable. So that's why I'm putting this out. So I wanted to show you how I got on, and so those are results that I've got so far. So I just thought I'd give you guys an update, in terms of have I enjoyed it? Is this worth doing? Am I going to keep it going? So I'll break it down for you. In the first maybe like 4 or 5 days when I chucked the seeds down, I kind of was watering it every day, twice a day. So that's the approach that I took. So like once in the morning, or before midday, and then again in the evening. And then after like 4 or 5 days of doing that, you're kind of looking at a bare patch on the ground, and you've got nothing to show for it. And I thought, you know what, maybe this ain't for me. This isn't going to work. But after day 6, day 7, when you start expecting to see results, I was like, hang on a minute, no, let's give it that amount of time. So, I started to kind of think, like, let's just be patient with it. I wasn't seeing a lot, and, I was doubting myself. But then day 9, that's when I started seeing some evidence. I was like, definitely, I could see green dots. It was like nothing significant, but there was something, there was progress. And that's when I thought, right, this is cool. I've seen my effort right from the start, getting that soil prepped. And now it's come through to a tangible bit of evidence that I can see something coming through. That's what made it worth it. So there are some highs and lows. So in that sense, I have definitely enjoyed it because I've really been invested in this. I've literally gone to bed day 7, day 8, thinking it should be coming through. Like, if I'm going to wake up in the morning, am I going to see green bits come through? So I'm not going to lie, very excited when I first saw that. And yeah, in that sense, spoke about mental health in the first video. And for me, I mean, yeah, that kept me going for, a good couple of weeks. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was just something that I was doing consistently each day. And while you're doing it, you're just getting a bit of exercise, bit of vitamin D. You're outdoors, you're close to nature. These are all things that are all good for you. And I definitely felt it, felt less stressed at work. And yeah, it's worked out well. So definitely I'm going to be keeping it up, keeping it going, learning more, hopefully, and adding to what I've already done so far and hopefully improving the results. So in that point, from that point of view, definitely I'm going to keep it up. And yeah, other thoughts and reflections. I mean, there's one other thing that I'm going to mention, and I'm just watering the grass one day in the evening. I'm just thinking, oh my god, can't see any results here. Nothing's happening. There's nothing exciting. But then I just came inside, and my missus was just getting dinner prepped, and I was getting the water can filled up. Just turned and said to her, and I was like, do you know what? I don't really care if anyone thinks, you're only in your 30s, you could be doing something a bit more exciting with the evening. But you're out here doing this, like, you know, that thought just crossed my mind, and I just turned to my wife and I was like, you know what? If anyone said that to me, I don't care. I'm happy doing this because I'd rather be doing this than watching Netflix right now. If I finish work and I'm out in the garden, just watering the area that I'm working on, or doing whatever, clearing some weed, or anything. Rather be doing that right now. So I'm out in the sun, doing something active, and I'm enjoying that more than just being on Netflix, doom scrolling on Instagram, or YouTube, whatever it is, and just being passive. And yeah, you're just not engaged with that as you are if you're outside, you're doing something. And yeah, I've 100% just enjoyed it. It's just a hobby that's come to me organically, and it's been fun. So yeah, definitely I'm going to keep it up. So watch this space for more. Okay then guys, so just to wrap up this video, I thought I'd let you know what there is to come on the next one. So you can see there's another patch here, which I'm going to be filling in. So that's been seeded. So the only thing I've done differently on this one compared to last time is that I've done the exact same process, laying down some compost and yeah, sowing down the seeds and courting it over, except this time I've courted it with some topsoil, which I got from Wix. So I've done that instead of compost, which I used last time. So I've got this patch here and another one just over here. So that again, same again, is yeah, courted over with topsoil, and we're just going to see how that goes. But yeah, give that about a week or so, hopefully till it germinates, and then yeah, we'll catch up again, see how that's doing. So yeah, please do subscribe, and make sure you like this video as well. And yeah, like I said, because I'm a complete novice doing this, definitely do drop me some hints and tips in the comments, because I do need help with what I'm doing here. So yeah, check back in a couple of weeks time, and I'll catch you on the next one.